Welcome, everyone. I'm Jay Skinner, and this is Buyers and Sellers. And we're live. That was Color My World by Chicago, and I want to thank and welcome you for joining us today. I'm Jay Skinner with PDT Associates, and this is our Buyers and Sellers show. And wow, I'm just so excited. This is, well, the title is Just Jay from the Heart, celebrating 13 consecutive go lives. And, what we've learned, impressions, thoughts, ideas, improvement. Now, don't think you won't get some great business ideas from this episode either, but you can count on some reflection. And I'm looking for some input as well. So thank you again for coming. That song that you just now heard was Color My World by Chicago, 1970. And I hope you enjoyed it. I just a little bit of logistics here for those of you that might be new here. That's I have a screen here and a screen here and a screen here and one right here and things popping. I'm producing the show, and so as you see me look around, I just want you to know what's going on there. This is the show, and my website is thejayskinner.com. Anyway, done this for 13 consecutive weeks. And I did one surprise go live from a trade show in Louisville. How cool is that? I was inspired by my friend and mentor, Mr. Jeffrey Gitomer. And he wrote this book, Go Live. And interestingly enough, inside this Go Live book, there are chapters written by a number of great people in the business that have learned this to be, he calls it the golden ticket to your success. And Jeffrey was one of the, let's call him a pioneer in doing this. I mean, he had a $500,000 go live studio back when some people were still trying to figure out how to turn their computer on. So that was pretty cool. And then in this book, some of the chapters are written by important people that are really smart about this. And these are names of people that I'm sure you'll recognize, like Ken Walls. That's a good example. And he had some other people contributing to this that makes it very much worth you checking out. Another name here is Joe Soto. These are great folks and really, really smart. And so I was motivated by that, spending some time with Jeffrey and some of these people. And so we just said, let's do it. And so when did it start? I guess it was what was the date? February 5th, 2021. You saw this for the first time. Take a look. Getting all set up here this morning, and we're live. I'm Jay Skinner with PDT Associates, and I'm organizing myself right now for this program. I am so glad you're here. Look at this. There we go. I'm Jay Skinner with PDT Associates. Now, this is before I even had the StreamYard. Going live. Finally said, just got to do it. There we go. But I'm going to go ahead and say good day. Thanks for coming. You know how these things go. It takes a few minutes for people to come on. All right. That was pretty cool. That was the beginning of it. The topic was about buyers and sellers, and kind of interesting as things went on. You got introduced to the silver rule, which is do unto your vendors as you want your customers to do unto you. That's it. And that's become a theme throughout our show, trying to bring buyers and sellers together and understand we all have some of the same issues and problems and concerns and ways that we can work with and serve one another. And if you take on this sort of perspective, well, cool things can happen. Well, anyway, so as things went on, the next show after getting started there was buy the process, not the product. And by then, well, let's see what I got going. We're going to be simply irresistible. How about that? Remember that one? How about that? There we go. All right. I know when I came up with that title, I thought that song just kept going through my head and through my head and through my head. It was too fun. So I hope you enjoyed that. It makes me want to just keep jamming. How about that? And how about that? The fun thing about that was we talked about what I call attraction, sales, and marketing. And what exactly do we need to do in order to be simply irresistible? Remember that one? And the thing is that if you put yourself in a position where people want to do business with you and want to work with you, and we'll find ways to get something done. So that's pretty cool. And then as a reminder here, I got your comments coming along. And as we come through, please feel free to get into the chat and comment. And there we go. Hey, Sharon, good morning. I'm glad you love that song. I'm so glad. And I'm so glad you're here. I'm really proud of Sharon. And you know that she has a business. Sharon's a girl shucking and fizzing business where she sells these cool things on the internet live. And she's been live over 550 times, I think. And Sharon, please come back and let us know how many times live you've been consistently every single day with your business. I'm so proud of you. And then everyone, as you get some thoughts, jump right in there because I want to see what you have to think about this go live process and what you've seen with me for the last 13 weeks. And then let's see what else. After we did Simply Irresistible, I mean, there were so many other things. I think about the blessed visit that I had from the King of Sales. Oh my gosh. How excited was I when Jeffrey Gitomer said, yes, Jay, I'll come on your show. And this was my first, I think this might have been my first visitor. Pretty cool. And then I have
only
Jeffrey
that
Gitomer.
There's three basic fundamentals. There's connection, obviously. There's content, obviously, and there's community. But there's also a sense of belonging when you're in this particular organization. You get to talk to your comrades in selling. And there's questions. I answer questions, but so do the people that are in there. The master classes are amazing. So you get the content and it's just go and sign up. I don't want to sell it. People buy it.
And if someone buys it and they hate it, you'll give them their money back, right?
Of course. Yeah,
Of course, that's the way it works. It's like it's a riskless proposition, and all I can tell you is it's been awesome for me and many others, and it's a blast, and it's an
So
interesting.
we're
We're
talking
talking about the Insiders Club, and still, I highly recommend that. And of course, Jeffrey Gitomer, King of Sales, the author of the Little Red Book of Selling and about 15 other books. And how proud was I to have him bless me with his presence on the show, share some of his wisdom. And oh man, that was really motivating and encouraging to me. So we went on and different things happened. Let's see. Oh, hey, Sharon, there you go. Today will be 569 consecutive daily live broadcasts. Congratulations. That's so cool. Then I can remember there's some other important topics. How about someone that really did a great job of building a company along with his dad? We know about him and heard about him. Ready to go live. Doug Wing, and we're live. Welcome, everyone. I'm Jay Skinner, and you're at the Buyers and Sellers Show here live. And I always pop on just a little bit early, give everyone a chance to get on. And I want to run that up. There we go. And I want to bring him in right now. So here we go. Here we go. It's Doug Wing. Hey, and I click the button, and there's my friend, Mr. Doug Wing. Hi, Doug. How you doing?
Morning, Jay. How are you today?
Fantastic. I'm so glad you're here. This is a special day for me, and I appreciate you being here. I'm going to do a real quick flip right over here to make sure we're looking at each other. For everyone that's online, and Doug is the co-founder of the Little Giant Ladder Company, co-owner, and since retired from that, but has become a good friend, and he was sharing tremendous insights with me on that broadcast. And those of you that saw it sure enjoyed it. And I know that this becomes an opportunity to get to know some people that maybe you would never be in contact with, and you can make comments, you can talk, you can become friends with these people. And so that's one of the things about this show, is that if I do bring on some interesting people, they make themselves available to you, and that's kind of fun as well. So we went on, and there was more things, and then a few weeks later, who did I have on my show? But well, let's see. Do you remember this? And right here, you see the name of the guest that we're getting ready to bring in. So without any further ado, let me welcome Eli Skinner. Hello.
Hey, what's
Eli.
going on? Yo, what's happening?
So I'm so happy to have you, Eli. That just full disclosure, everyone, Eli is my son. How about that?
There you go.
And
he is my dad. He is my dad.
I am
My real dad.
I am your dad. Talking about, and I'm so proud of you. I've got two boys. We're going to go right here because I want to bring up this. This was the important topic here. Be your own boss. And Eli had said this to me, and I said, man, I want you to talk about that here on the show. So here's what I said. The other thing is, and I wanted to put this on here because Eli and I were talking. He's a very successful business person, and he can tell a little bit about himself here in a minute. But we got this comment. It's like everybody wants to control their own time, be their own boss until they wake up one day and realize their clients control their time and they are a terrible boss. And I said, or their boss is a jerk. It's like, oh no, I know that's not your problem, Eli, but
Not most mornings, at least.
Yep. So anyway, that was fun spending time with Eli and understanding some of the things that go through the process of being your own boss, being in business for yourself, and how he's going to deal with that and how he has dealt with that. And he gave us some real good pointers, like steps 1, 2, and 3. And if anybody remembers what they are, feel free to jump in there and put them in here on the comments. But the history of buyers and sellers is just like I said. What's that? 13 divided. That's 3 months worth of this, and I'm pretty happy with how it's gone, and I think that there's been great value for those of you that have even been here live and commented, and then many thousands, and it's thousands, and I'm thankful for you that catch it on the replay that's stored either on Facebook in my PDT Associates area, the Facebook, my profile there, or in YouTube. In the PDT Associates area under the playlist for Go Live, you can see all the past broadcasts. And then those of you that are watching, some of you might be watching right now from from Twitter, and that's kind of cool. And then many of you got invited through LinkedIn, and when you attend the event, we shoot you over to YouTube because getting the approval to go live right on LinkedIn is a real chore. And I've made application for that. And hopefully one day they will allow me to do that. Not a lot of people are getting that ability, but one of these days, maybe I'll be live on LinkedIn as well. So what I've done here with this is proven that go live with meaningful content generates business by attraction. It's been a way of getting business for myself as a fractional sales and marketing business building specialist kind of guy. It's also led into some long-term virtually full-time opportunities for extended engagements, like my work today with the HOA Fence Company. And if you want to see what that is, you can go to hoafence.com if you want to see that. I would encourage you to take a look at that just to see how some of the cool things that can come up. Imagine that through the course of this and using this platform as a virtual resume, some cool things have happened. It gives you a forum when you're going live, doing like what I'm doing here, where you can share your know-how, invite others in your network to do the same thing, create a catalog of video shorts and on a variety of topics. And really, it'll be the best resume that you've ever had. And so when I'm auditioning for a job with a potential client, they can check me out even anonymously, which is so cool. Even to see if they want to work with someone like me. I mean, probably one of the most disappointing things in the world is to get into it with someone, work a short period of time, and then we discover we're not really compatible. And it's happened to many of us. Well, here's an opportunity for them to exactly see how I carry myself, the kinds of things I like to say and talk about, how I play the piano. You know, we're going to go. So you better know I like boogie woogie and jazz and 12-bar blues. Now you can find out without even talking to me. How about that? Anyway, so the idea is that I have always considered interviewing, auditioning, and everything that you can do when you're talking to people about new work, new jobs, new big situations is I recommend, and I'm working on my mouse here. I recommend that you think of it as an audition and you make things happen in a way that they can really see you in action. And if there's ways that you can set up your engagement with a new potential employer as more of an audition, even have a short-term aspect to it where you come in and do some things before they pop you on full time, hey, it makes tons of sense. Answer questions through this medium of Go Live. And also when you're talking to potential employers, potential clients, answer the questions they feel like they can't ask. I mean, they all want to know how old you are, but they can't ask. You can tell them. They all want to know about your thoughts as it relates sometimes to spiritual things or political things, or what your position on different things is, and whether you wear masks or not, or what your thoughts are about that, and all those sorts of things. Take the uncomfortableness out of your audition by letting people know exactly where you stand. What happens? Then you can kill it quick if it's not a good deal or a good match, and everybody can understand up front. You simply move on. And you can get out quick, both of you. At the same time, if you find out that you have a deep personal foundation, that's a shared foundation, maybe it's something that will help you work together more closely and better. But you, as the job looker for a person, are responsible for bringing that out and controlling the interview. If you just sit back and count on the questions your potential client or potential employer can ask, a lot of things get lost. So there's my suggestion. It's very valuable to do what I'm doing here when it comes to going live. Let's take a look over here to see if there's any additional comments. And I say, Hope, yep, there you go. Happy Friday, Kevin Fitzgerald. And thank you for joining us. I do want everyone to jump in here, and this topic doesn't seem like as much of a sharing topic, but if you have some thoughts, I'm right here to put them on here. And Sharon, I want you to know that yes, the Little Red Book of Selling is on audio, and I would say it's a great one for you to be on. And I would also say that you should look up Jennifer Gitomer, and her books and her time. And I just sent her a note before this show because she has quite a sales emphasis to women and is a motivator to them. And you might find that she would be very interesting as well. Maybe I'll get lucky one day and can have her on the show as well. Anyway, while I was preparing, which if you think I'm winging it, I just want you to know that I don't wing it. When I talk to people about potentially coming on the show, I always say it's got to be interesting. We got to have some fun. We want it to look like it's just like we're sitting here in the living room chatting. And the interesting thing is it looks that way because we've done some preparation, both of us, when I have a guest on. And for me, if it looks like I'm very well prepared or not, I hope it looks like I'm very well prepared because I try to come to every show, and I do, not winging it, but having been prepared in such a way that I can deliver something that's valuable and worth your valuable time to pay attention here. So that's the last thing is, one, I encourage you to do what I'm doing and go live. And then while I was in some preparation this morning, I was on the 959 Club, which every morning at 9:59 you can catch on Jeffrey Gitomer's Insiders Club, his talking. And some days during the week, it's available to the public on Jeffrey Gitomer's Facebook channel. And he said, the time is yours to control if you are prepared. The only way to relax is to be prepared. Don't get in scramble mode. So are you in scramble mode sometimes? So I want to leave you with that. And thank you, Jeffrey. You put it in such a good way. I was a Boy Scout. Be prepared is the motto. And I would encourage all of you to think about what it is you need to be doing. And if you find yourself getting in scramble mode or showing up to events unprepared and thinking you're going to wing it successfully, don't do it. With some good preparation, good things can happen. Now, those of you that are watching right now or want to get in touch, you can reach me. I'm very accessible by going to my website. Showed earlier, I have another website, thejskinner.com. It's real easy to remember. And when you go there, there's a more about you section. There's a live section. You can click on it. You can find information and you can get in touch. And then I guess I want to leave you with this. The silver rule: do unto your vendors as you want your customers to do unto you. And as you're reinventing, restarting, and rebuilding, think about how you treat others, how you want to be treated. And I suggest that you obey the platinum rule, which is do unto others as they want to be done unto. And simultaneously make sure that you treat your vendors the way you want your customers to treat you, and good things can happen. Well, everyone, there we are. Always try to be 30 minutes up and down. And I thank you so much for joining me. I'm Jay Skinner. This is Buyers and Sellers. I'll be on next Friday, 10:35, and I hope you'll join me when we do. And I'll play us out. Thanks for coming. Bye now.